Is Steve Harvey's ex-wife Mary after him again? From what I've heard, it definitely looks so. And although they divorced many years ago, there's still quite a few things Mary feels she is entitled to. Just because she was with Steve for 16 years during his rise to success and fame, she adamantly insists that the comedian basically deceived and robbed her, cheated on her with another, and even took her only son away. Will Steve be able to stand strong through the storm of Mary's accusations? Let's dig into this story to find out. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Live channel. I keep my eyes on the most scandalous events in show business and always bring you the hottest updates. As you may know, celebrity divorce often turns into a messy drama. Just look at Wendy Williams and her pathetic ex. However, in the case of Steve Harvey and his ex-wife Mary, it seems like drama is nowhere near its end because Mary is coming after him again. Despite Steve Harvey being one of the most successful celebrities in America, his ex-wife Mary Lee considers him a pure evil who literally turned her life into a nightmare and sucked all happiness out of it. Well, as you may know, Steve's divorce from his second wife wasn't truly amicable, considering many hidden aspects of their separation, like the fact that Steve cheated on Mary with his current spouse Marjorie, and other unpleasant nuances that were revealed years after Mary and Steve signed the papers. And although it was clear that Mary was offended and hurt by their separation, and the fact that her then husband swapped her loyalty and love for a promiscuous affair with a woman like Marjorie, she recently opened up about other atrocities Steve had committed while they were together. And according to her, life with Steve basically ruined her life. Steve Harvey was married to Mary Lee Harvey for almost 10 years, but things took a nasty turn for the comedian when he attempted to change his life for better and finally chased the woman of his dreams, Marjorie. The divorce was quite nasty and bitter, as it was stated by everyone who was involved in this process, and people even acknowledged that it was not necessarily just Mary Lee's fault. And it seems like tabloids, and it's largely speculated whether Steve was paying the media to post controversial stuff about his ex trying to make her look obsessed, greedy, and paranoid, were portraying Mary as an evil witch who wanted to take everything from her wealthy ex. Allegedly, Mary requested millions from Steve because she believed she deserved a significant portion of her ex-husband's assets. In her divorce settlement, Mary also mentioned that she wanted a part of Harvey's future revenues from comedy because she was by his side and basically helped him to become this popular. However, Steve's legal team only offered her slightly less suitable terms. Although Mary was allegedly given 3 of the couple's properties and reportedly received $40,000 a month until 2009, there were a number of things about the ordeal that the public may not know, and in fact, Mary got way less than it was reported in the media. According to the court documents, Steve Harvey divorce settlement offered Mary Lee $1,000 per month for child support and disallowed her from retaining all property and business owned by Steve. In recent years, Mary has spoken out a lot about those unfair divorce terms and the mysterious things that happened during the process. From her and Steve having the same divorce lawyer to her sealed divorce documents that she says she doesn't even have access to this money. But if only it was the only problem is Mary's life. Apparently, Steve's negative impact on her was way worse than being greedy and not sharing his millions after the separation. Mary is quoted as saying, "Steve took everything from me. I got evicted from our home. He's turned my son against me and he took my wealth." For many years, Mary tries to find justice and peace of mind, but according to her, Steve had the law in his back pocket, and whenever he needed the case to be ruled in his favor, she just needed to pay the right people. Mary claims she was silenced, and she believes Steve's money played a major role in the decisions that were made by judges. After the divorce, she faced multiple unpleasant realities. She was abandoned by family members and friends, and even professional relationships were severed after she was stripped of her ex-husband's celebrity status. In addition to the broken relationships and financial problems, Mary lost her only son because the court found her to be unfit as a mother and gave the full custody to Steve. According to Mary, the thought of losing her son was driving her crazy. And since Steve literally paid the judge to get the primarily care on his son, Mary was left shattered and destroyed. As Mary tearfully confessed, "Every day I wake up, Wynton is on my mind. All day, every day. I cry throughout the day because I feel like somebody reached in and pulled Wynton out of me. That's how I feel because we were very close." Mary Lee's behavior after the divorce and everything Steve has put her through resulted in her getting into intense negative emotions and behaviors, including jail time. And her main claim is that all legal battles with Steve, and by the way, she has lost every single one of them, has morphed her into an embattled, sick, and tired woman. And many people call her crazy and delusional because no one sees Steve's first wife, Marcia, saying anything against her ex-husband and demanding custody for her 3 kids. As one fan wrote, "Oh well, Mary wasn't that self-righteous when she was laying up with Steve when he was Marcia's husband. So she could save her tears for to wash her car with. How you get him here is how you'll lose him." And another person added, "Steve not being so much a part of his first 3 children speaks volumes. Marcia isn't saying nothing, so what's your problem, huh?" My guess is that despite her best attempts to find justice and make Steve pay from all the suffering he had caused, Mary may never get the acknowledgement that she is longing for from her ex-husband. She keeps thinking of herself as Steve Harvey's ex-wife and expecting the treatment as she's still married to him. For some reason, she refuses to make peace with this situation and let it go, which she must do primarily for her own sake. Steve and Marjorie are on their own journey since 2008 when they became a husband and a wife. And Mary is determined to take her well-deserved half from her ex because he gave Marjorie that life that she had worked so hard for. According to the sources, Mary Harvey's main point is that she's emotionally and physically destroyed after losing her son, her businesses, and the joy that comes with Mother's Day. As Mary tries to convince everyone, the publicly happy and perfect man, father and husband Steve Harvey ultimately caused her so much emotional strife throughout their marriage and after the divorce that he somehow managed to kill her from the inside out, despite Mary being very much alive today. It seems like cheating, unsuccessful battles with Steve, and her attempts to fight his influence over the justice system shattered Mary's mental health, but she is adamant to get her celebrity status and wealth back. After the divorce, Mary was cut off from the lavish lifestyle that she lived while with Steve. The designers that once begged her to wear their fashions no longer answered her phone calls. She did not have access to the money she once had. Her list friends no longer wanted to brunch with her. And although it's sad to see her in this state, such things always happen after the divorce, and one person remains left out and cut off from its once habitual lifestyle, and it seems like Steve is ready to deal with any further accusations his ex-wife is planning to throw at him and shut all her attempts to drag him through the mud. Well, he definitely has enough money to hire the best lawyers to protect him against any claims, whether they are false or true, and Mary has to accept the fact that Steve has long moved on and doesn't want to have her in his life anymore, especially if she keeps bringing nothing else but negative vibes. The comedian looks at this feud from a philosophical point of view because he once stated that success and fame go hand in hand with overcoming a series of life challenges and bumps on the road. And apparently, he sees his ex-wife as this bump that prevents him from living a happy life. As Harvey stated, every time you overcome one challenge, I've got news for you. There's another one right over there. The road to success is always under construction. Because what do you know? Many people believe that Mary should stop dwelling on her past and let Steve live in peace with his large family and the woman he truly loves. Apparently, Marjorie gave Winton all love and affection he needed from his mother, and judging by their common photos, he doesn't mind having her as a stepmom. Despite Mary's attempts to see chase justice and get more cash from Steve, people tell her to move on and begin living on her own because she has no chances for reconciliation with him, especially after her actions against her ex-husband. As one person mentioned, I agree, she need to move forward, find another man, let him go. Mary, God is present. Ask anything from the Lord and move forward. Prayer helps. Good luck. And some fans are of another opinion about this beef. Look at what this person wrote. Steve did her dirty. She didn't fit in with his new money life. She didn't look the part. Please, let's keep it real. Well, Marjorie definitely looks suitable for the position of a celebrity wife, with her gorgeous looks and manners. And although I can understand Mary's frustration, her obsession with hurting him and causing more troubles looked like a paranoia. And what do you reckon? Is Mary just playing a victim in this story because another woman enjoys her long-lost position as Steve Harvey's wife? Or has Steve actually wronged Mary and ruined her life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to know what you're thinking. And in the meantime, check my other video about Steve Harvey's recent misfortunes. Apparently, his beloved wife Marjorie is not chic and classy as everyone thinks. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and I promise to be back very soon with a new portion of gossip about your favorite celebrities.